So far, you've been able to tell that your code is working properly by running it and seeing the results. However, when things don't work the way you expect them to, it is helpful to be able to get a closer look at what is going wrong. Breakpoints let you pause your code and examine the current state of the application. First, open the C# test sample file from your sample files folder. And open default.aspx.cs, which is the code behind file of default.aspx. You're now going to add a breakpoint to the Calendar Select Selection Changed event handler. First, click on the line of code that sets the labelOutput.text property. Now right-click and click Breakpoint, Insert Breakpoint. The line is highlighted in red and a red circle appears in the bar to the left. This indicates that a breakpoint is present. Note that as well as right-clicking and clicking Insert Breakpoint, you can quickly add and remove breakpoints by clicking in the grey bar on the left where the breakpoint indicator circles appear. You now need to run default.aspx in Debug Mode. Note that, so far, you've been able to view your pages either by starting debugging or by right-clicking on them in the Solution Explorer and clicking View in Browser. At this point, an important difference between the two emerges. If you choose View in Browser from the Solution Explorer, Visual Studio will not process your breakpoints. For breakpoints to work correctly, you must always use Debug Mode by clicking Debug Start Debugging or by clicking the Play button on the toolbar. Click on a date in the calendar. You are automatically brought back to Visual Studio, and the line you added a breakpoint to is highlighted in yellow. Your web application is now paused at the point where you placed the breakpoint. You can quickly see the current values of properties by simply hovering your mouse cursor over them. Hover your cursor over the .text part of labelOutput.text. You can see that the current value of labelOutput.text is Hello World. By hovering your mouse cursor over labelOutput itself, and expanding the categories by clicking the plus symbols, you can see the rest of the labelOutput controls properties. Although it's useful to see the properties at your breakpoint, it's even more useful to be able to step through your code line by line and see what is affected. Click Debug, Step Over. As you can see, the next line is now highlighted in yellow, and there is a small yellow arrow in the bar to the left. You have now stepped through the last line and onto this one. Note that as well as using the Debug menu, you can use the icons on the Debug toolbar. The Debug toolbar allows you to continue, pause, stop, or restart debugging, as well as step into, step over, and step out. The difference between these isn't obvious at the moment, but it will make more sense in Session 6. For now, you only need to use Step Over. Because you stepped through the previous line, it will have updated the label's text. As you did before, move your mouse cursor over .text in the labelOutput.text code. As you can see, the text property has been updated. Continue debugging by clicking Debug, Continue, or by clicking the Play button on the toolbar. You're sent back to your web browser, and the site will continue running as normal. You've now completed Lesson 3.3, Use Breakpoints.